I am Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself, quack, quack. But watch this though. Let's talk about what went down on Raw tonight, man. I think it was a nice show. I really think it was a good go home show leading up to Backlash. I only probably had maybe a thing or two that kind of made me feel like, but for the most part, man, I would say that it was more than a decent show that went down tonight on Raw from Omaha, Nebraska. Now, they opened up the show with Roman Reigns hopping out of the SUV, and he is pissed off. I mean, he's livid. Y'all know what happened to him last week when Jacob Fatu hit him with that tongue and death grip. He didn't like that, and he explained later on in the show. He explained why that tongue and death grip should not have been used on family members, to where it should only be used on outsiders. I probably play the audio and just let y'all hear it yourself. I kind of got a little bit of good feedback of how I did the last SmackDown show, playing a little bit of the audio from the show. Didn't get a whole lot, but for the feedback that I did get, I think I probably implemented unless I get more feedback telling me not to. So anyway, man, Roman Reigns gets out the car. He turned up. He trying to make a beeline towards the ring, but Adam Pearce is right there telling him, hold up, chill out, hold up. Roman Reigns bypassed Adam Pearce, but Adam Pearce is trying to tell Roman Reigns that Jacob Fatu is not even here, but he bypassed Adam Pearce. He going through the back. He reached a gorilla position, and when he reached a gorilla position, he ended up bumping into none other than the visionary, the revolutionary, Mr. Oh himself, Seth freaking Rollins. And they didn't even say nothing to each other. They just stared at each other. And you can just see the hate and the passion that's there. Now, even though they are both in two different storylines, them showing us this let us know that they ain't done with these two yet, and rightfully so. So when they looked at each other, Seth Rollins finally said, "Hey, you in my way." And then Seth Rollins' music hit, and he started making his way towards the area. And then that's when Adam Pearce, caught up with Roman and said, "Roman, I'm trying to tell you, Jacob Fatu ain't even here, so it ain't even no point of you going to the ring and calling him out right now. He ain't even here." So they skip forward. Seth Rollins is making his way down the ramp. The audience is turned up. They lit. Everybody is out they seat. They singing the song just like the orchestra's supposed to. They hitting the oh. So Seth Rollins started making his way down the ramp. Then all of a sudden, you can see in the background, Bron Breakker runs up from behind, hits Seth Rollins in the back of the head, jumps on top of him, and just started throwing all kind of punches, man. I'm talking about left and rights and rights and lefts. And then he ended up double legging Seth Rollins, knocking him down to the ground, getting on top of him, hitting him with even more lefts and rights and rights and lefts. And then he picked Seth Rollins up off the ground, and he picked him up for a gorilla press slam. And he gorilla pressed him right there on the barricade, right on the right side, like the first seat when you come down the ramp. It's like that first seat right there. Picked him up, gorilla press slammed him right there. Then as he was going back to go get him, the staff and the referees and Adam Pearce, they all come down and they trying to hold Braun Breaker back. And, Adam Pearce telling them, he tired of this stuff, man. Like, you just got cleared, bro. Like, you ain't supposed to be out here going full speed the way you're going. Like, chill out. Braun Breaker ended up grabbing two of the referees and throwing them up against the barricade, pushing everybody else out the way. He grabbed Seth Rollins, threw Seth Rollins against the steps, but Seth Rollins' shoulder ended up hitting the stairs, and we already know the Seth Rollins' history of his injuries when it comes to his shoulder. So Braun Breaker threw Seth Rollins in the ring, and then Adam Pearce and the security guard and staff, they end up getting Braun Breaker, trying to get him to chill out, trying to get him to go back up the ramp, and while Adam Pearce is in his face, Braun Breaker backing up, he's stepping up. He gets to a certain part of the ramp. Adam Pearce thinking that it's all good, so Adam Pearce turned back around to go check on Seth Rollins. And when he do that, Braun Breaker broke free from he didn't break free. He just ran past the staff and the security, and he slid in the ring and hit Seth Rollins with another spur. Man, he hits Seth Rollins with a spear so hard, man, that Seth Rollins was spinning around like a turtle, laying on his back. You know what I'm saying? He ended up squatting over Seth Rollins, talking a little bit of trash to him. You know what I'm saying? Telling him that he never needed him. You know, it was about him. You know, it was about Bron the whole time. It wasn't about him. And Adam Pearce jumped in his face, you know, telling him like, why you doing this, bro? Like you just made it back. Like you ain't even. I mean, you cleared and you healed and all that, but you ain't even fully just been had time to do your thing. Like go, like get out of here, man. So, you know, Bron Breakker jump out the ring. Referees all in his face. You know, they point towards the back. Jessica Carr, all of them telling them to get up out of here. So he backing up for real this time. He get to the ramp. He laughing like the devil or something. You know what I'm saying? While he staring down Seth Rollins in the ring, laying on his back, man. I think it was a good opening. Definitely, because you know we used to the regular WWE opening where somebody is already in the ring with a microphone, and either they're gonna call somebody out or somebody is gonna come out while they talking, and then that's gonna end up being the main event for the end of the show and all that good stuff. So we already know how that go, but that ain't what happened tonight. You know, they opened it up with somewhat of a different format, and I can't say that I was mad at it. Backlash, man, we only a couple of days away. So if you want to advance the storyline, I would say go out of your way to watch this. But watch this though.